staying sharp and still getting some time off to recharge?
Yeah, yeah, definitely got to step away. 14 weeks straight. 14 weeks straight at 1 o'clock definitely takes a little bit of a toll on you. But it was good, step away, spend some time with my family. Still got a chance to get a couple workouts in. Still got a chance to get some treatment in to, help, correct a couple of injuries that's been lingering throughout the season. But definitely, locked and ready to finish this back half of the season.
How do you balance the stakes of this game with it being just 1 of 4 down the stretch?
The reality of the situation is we've been in a lot of tough situations this season where it was our time to win, and just kind of don't make it too big of a deal, but understand what's at stake. Obviously, we got a talented team we're going up against in a tough environment, so just making sure you're prepared and you're ready, to take whatever challenges that come to you. So.
When you got an offense like this that gets through the ball so quick, it's kind of like hard to get to the quarterback. How do you counter that? Is it about just swarming to the ball? I'm always curious about how you counter a really quick passing attack.
I think you do that, throwing a Rolodex of coverages at them, give them a couple of different looks. When the offense is expecting to get the ball out quick, when that first read's not there and then the second one's not there, they're kind of out of luck. The O-line's not even expecting to block too long. That's typically when you get a quarterback flustered and get them out of rhythm. Challenging the receivers at the line of scrimmage is also another way to kind of get them off the rhythm, get them off of timing, and making sure they earn them. When you got an offense that just wants to dink and dunk you to death, sometimes forcing them to act out of character, puts them in an uncomfortable position. They'll put the ball in tough places.
Zaire, you said kind of don't make it too big of a. You said kind of don't make it too big of a deal. So I don't mean to make it too big of a deal, but I was wondering, where's this game for regular season games? You've been in a lot of games. It seems on paper this is as big as any you've been in.
I definitely would say, I guess it is a big game, at this season, obviously, everything in front of us. But, to climb a mountain, you just got to take one step at a time. I know what's at stake. I know what everything that comes with it. When I say not make it big of a deal, I'm not saying, I don't understand the importance. I don't understand everything that comes with it. But, for myself, it's just a game. My preparation and, how I approach, playing the game every week is always at the highest level as I possibly can. Now, with a week off and, a little bit more on the line, I am trying to give a little bit more of myself to it. But that being said, it's my job to go out there and lead the troops and go get a victory. So at the end of the day, you can't look at everything that's coming behind that. You got to focus on the task at hand.
When you talk about, as you mentioned, been a massive game, and Shane even mentioned you guys, know where you are on this team and things like that. How much do you welcome this opportunity here to be able to, to get it done against the Broncos team?
Oh man, there's no other type of situation I'd rather be in. I would rather not. This is the exact place I would rather be at this point in the season. We're in December. We're playing a game that means something against a opponent that matters. I look at it, what's the narrative going to be after we win? What's it going to feel like? What's that moment going to feel like after you overcome such a challenge? Well, every time you face a challenge or face a moment of adversity, it's just an opportunity for you to grow through that. So, obviously Denver's a great team. They've been on the heater. Bo Nix is playing great football right now, but it's a great opportunity, not only for myself, not only for our defense, but also for our team to prove who we want to be.
Where do you feel like Leatu has maybe made the biggest strides over the course of this season?
I would say not getting frustrated. I think for him, he's a naturally talented pass rusher. I think that was something that we noticed as soon as he came in, even watching his college film. He could win one-on-ones with really the best in the league. But, in the NFL, you win a couple one-on-ones, you don't get one-on-ones anymore. Now you're getting chipped, now you're getting thumped, now they sliding to you, and it gets frustrating. But I think he's done a good job of being relentless, focusing on, the process, focusing on taking one play at a time, one drive at a time, and when you do get your opportunity, taking advantage of it. And I think he's done a great job of taking advantage of it. As you can see, the couple strip sacks he's had, and he's learning different ways to affect and change the game, which I think is great for our defense.
So you guys have had success this year with rookie quarterbacks, as you mentioned, all coming up this week. Give me your assessment as yourself and the defensive unit as you prepare for another rookie this week.
Oh, I mean, I think Bo. I think he's playing at a high level. I think he is a very firm grasp of the offense. I don't think it's as much of a learning curve for him as much as you kind of see with other young quarterbacks. He seems very sure of himself. He knows where he's want to go. He knows the decision he wants to make. I think his receivers are doing a great job of making plays for him and helping him out and making plays at space. They got a really talented offensive line who's athletic and physical, and they got running backs that run downhill. I think their offense is, and obviously Sean Payton is one of the best play callers in the league. So it's definitely going to be a good challenge for us, but we're looking forward to it.
You always talk about being in Denver, the elevation, things like that, and the oxygen. Is it more mental, or when you share a couple messages to the guys here about going to the Broncos and surviving?
Yeah, I gave a couple tips here and there, but the weird thing about what is it, elevation or allegation? What is it? Altitude. There you go. I'm sorry, I'm not an SET guy, but the weird thing, it affects everybody's body differently. Some guys may get sick, and it's like almost you don't really know how your body's going to react until you get put in that spot. So I can only speak from my personal experience, but I think our strength staff, they've done a good job giving a couple of tips, and I gave my own personal experiences, but the reality of the situation is, even if it's early in the game, it might catch you, but after a while, look, it's just football. We all tired. They can't breathe either, so let's just go play.
What's it do for you as a defender knowing you've got another guy on the other side of the ball, Anthony, that's got a couple fourth quarter comebacks on the road?
It's confidence. It's knowing that you got somebody on the other side of the ball that's a dog that's willing to go to war to the very end, the same way you are. Anthony is, our relationship is continue to grow, throughout the season, through the highs and lows for both me and him. I'm happy to where he's at right now, looking forward to seeing where he's continue to go. But I feed off of his energy, I do, and I know he feeds off of mine. When he go out there and make a play, it makes me want to make a play. It makes me want to go out there and ball out. So, I think he's playing good ball for us, and I think we just got to do our part and get these wins.